What's up, Internet? Kevin here with my weekly news update. Now, this past week was a little light in terms of game announcements for pretty justifiable reasons. We just got over E3, so a lot of the companies have really exhausted their options for game announcements right now. But we still got a lot of interesting developments this past week, and here are the highlights. To begin with, starting the week off was the revelation that Watchdogs not only still contains all the files for those pretty visuals we saw back in E3 2012, but if you're on PC, they're even still usable. This was first discovered on Guru 3D, but was made popular thanks to NeoGAF, when modders not only discovered the file inside the Watchdogs client, but also found how to unlock it. This raises a lot of questions for a lot of fans that purchased Watchdogs on launch day, and were surprised to find that the game did not have the kind of visuals we originally promised 2 years ago. Ubisoft has made a statement on their own website arguing that these files were intentionally left unused because they led to performance issues that would ruin the game's experience. There have been some reports on the internet that people have tried the mod out and have it had a negative impact on the game, but they appear to be a minority. There's a lot more people reporting that they're trying the mod out and getting the same, if not even better performance than they were with the unmodded version. I myself have been trying it out and have noticed frame rates comparable to the game before modding on ultra settings, while still showing an obvious improvement in numerous environmental effects like lighting, fog, and reflections. There have been a lot of arguments being raised on the internet from people questioning whether or not Ubisoft intentionally weakened the PC version to make it more comparable to the console one, though it is also entirely possible that it simply was something that was not fully tested, and even though the game was pushed back a full 6 months, still wasn't ready for launch, and so they simply restricted the files. Thus why some people trying the mod might be experiencing those issues. Now, second up, on the more business side of things, Capcom is now open to buyout to anyone interested in buying majority shares. It was announced this past Tuesday that Capcom chose not to renew its takeover defense policies that have been in state since 2008. What this basically means is that before, whenever someone wanted to buy stocks from Capcom, it had to go through a rigorous verification and approval process so that Capcom could deny it so other companies couldn't buy them out. Well, it turns out that at this past investor meeting, it was voted that they not renew these policies, and as a result, people can now purchase Capcom if they are able to buy up the majority shares. This news comes a day after the announcement that one of Capcom's most beloved directors, Ono, resigned from his position at Capcom Vancouver. Now, what this all means for the future of Capcom is still very much in the dark. You can find a lot of different arguments and articles online talking about who should buy Capcom or who is most likely to buy Capcom and for what reasons, but as of right now, there really is no official news yet on what exactly is going to happen, other than the fact that it is now a possibility. Last up for today's news, summer has officially started. Not only did the season begin yesterday, but there's a lot of gaming-related events to help kick things off and celebrate it. To begin with, Steam did begin its annual summer sale, meaning a lot of us are going to be spending a lot of money we shouldn't on an absolutely crazy amount of games that we would probably spend a combined total of 20 minutes playing. But on a more interesting note, today marks the beginning of the charity event Summer Games Done Quick. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this event, this is a biannual event in which a lot of popular speedrunning personalities are going to be playing a whole bunch of games 24/7 for the next week, starting today through Saturday, and all donations from which are going to go towards Doctors Without Borders. Now, there's a lot of different donation incentives for those of you watching. You can do things like present challenges to the speedrunners, get to name characters they'll be playing as, or even just win prizes. This is all for a good cause, and not to mention just entertaining to watch, so anyone that's a fan of speedruns or just giving money to charity should definitely check it out. So those were just some of the biggest highlights of this week in gaming. If you guys enjoyed this vid and you want to see more of them, please make sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button, and if you're not a subscriber yet, hit that button too so you don't miss out. Now, I'm also thinking of adding a question and answer section to the ends of these videos, so if you guys have any questions you want me to answer, hit me up on Twitter at Kevin Kenson. If it takes more than a single tweet to answer a question, you might just see it on next Sunday's video. Until next time, guys, I'm Kevin Kenson, and I'll see you later.